if you're a recording artist and you're having trouble being consistent with your music releases because you're not the one who's actually controlling the way your songs get done, then you're definitely going to want to watch the entire video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to literally break down exactly why it is that recording artists really should be fully producing their own music. All right. So I'll kind of take you back a little bit into my story and how we even got to this point, because I think it's going to help you a lot with your perspective as well. So I started doing music back in 2011, and all I was doing was writing lyrics, recording vocals in rap and hip hop specifically. And I had no intention of learning music production at all. I was just like, hey, I'm just going to grab beats off YouTube and start rapping and putting out songs. Then eventually I was like, okay, I got to do original songs now. So I started buying beats on BeatStars. I started working with producers locally. I started working with producers overall. And it was cool. I kind of thought, okay, this is exactly what I need to be doing, right? And the truth was, I didn't realize what was really holding me back. Because overall, like, I know I'm a pretty consistent person. I'm consistent. I'm hardworking. I have the skills as a recording artist, and I've got the drive and the hustle to say, okay, like, we're gonna do music consistently. But the problem really became I was allowing my creativity to be in the hands of other people. And around the 7th year of my career doing music, which was all like 2018, was when I realized, okay, it's good to work with producers, right? There's going to be producers out there who are better than me at producing and better than me at mixing and mastering. But I think I need to take matters into my own hands, right? And I heard Russ's story, right? Where Russ was putting out a new song every single week, and he did that for 3 years until he blew up. And he said, it's because I fully produce my own music. And I thought, okay, I think if he could do it, I could do it too. So I took to YouTube and started learning how to produce my own music. Obviously, it was cool because it didn't cost me any money, but it cost me a ton of time. I was spending around 4 to 5 hours a day, 5 days a week, on YouTube videos, practicing, trying to figure things out, while also trying to grow a music career, while also trying to make money, right? And so that's really what got me passionate about wanting to help recording artists learn how to produce their own music. And so now that's what I do, is I teach recording artists like you how to produce instrumentals without knowing music theory, how to record right from the comfort of your own home and actually record high quality vocals, and then how to mix and master, again, professionally, but also quickly. So there's a few things that I want to go over, and there's a few reasons why you really do need to learn how to fully produce your own music as a recording artist. You're probably going through some of the limiting beliefs I used to go through, which was like, hey, I'm not the producer, I'm the artist. Like, that's not what I do. That's not my role. It's going to take way too long to learn music production. It's going to cost me too much money to learn music production. I'm never going to be as good as a seasoned vet in music production. It's going to hold back my success. These are all the limiting beliefs that I had to fight through. But let me tell you, I fought through them and it was completely worth it. I just wish that I had a more systematic dialed in framework, because I was literally just using YouTube videos, probably like what you're trying to do right now. So let me just share, though, here's really the couple of reasons why you really should be producing your own music. The first thing is time, right? Now, you might be thinking to yourself, I don't want to learn how to produce my own music because it's going to take too much time to do it. Which is interesting, because you're also losing time waiting on producers, because you've probably been in this experience, same experience I've been in, where, you're like, all right, I'm ready to meet up and go to the studio, or I've recorded my vocals on my own. I'm ready for the producer to mix and master. And then it takes like 2 to 6 weeks or more to get your songs back. And then when you get your songs back, you're like, yo, the song, like, you did a bunch of shit that I didn't ask you to do. Like, what's going on here? Can you change it back? And then you start getting into like these creative arguments. Well, I think it should sound like this. Well, I wanted to do this. And it's like, yeah, but dude, I didn't fucking ask you to do that. It's my fucking song. Like, what are you doing? And then you get into like butting heads. And then it gets to a point where you're like, damn, I don't even like my own music anymore. Like, well, I don't know. Like, that happened to me a lot, and I'm sure it's happening to you. So you're losing time in that way, because you're not able, like, really what you need to be doing is if you're an artist, right, and you really want to grow consistently, like, you got to put out a song a month, at least a song a month, if not more than that, but bare minimum, like a new song every 4 to 6 weeks with content, right? And so if you're waiting on a producer to get your songs back and it's taking 2 to 6 weeks or 2 to 8 weeks to get a song back, it's like, bro, like, what are we talking about? So time is the first one. The second one, obviously, money, right? Like, if you're spending money on beats, if you're spending money on mixing, mastering, and all of these different things, and it's literally costing you a bunch of money before you even get to the part of the process where you have to market and put a video out. You're just burning through your cash. Like I have a client named Devin Christodoulou. So he's not a hip hop artist at all. He does rock and roll, and really it's more like worship rock, like Christian rock. And it's just him and his guitar and his computer and his mic. He was paying $1,000 per song to get them produced, mixed, and mastered. So, and that's before he began even considering marketing. So when he came into my program, Rapid Fire Music Academy, he was like, well, I definitely want to like not have to pay $1,000 anymore. And obviously he got the result in the ROI. He produced 3 songs in the matter of the time in the program with us. Like he made the instrumentals, recorded, mixed, mastered, and put those songs out. So big deal for him. So that's the other thing is money. And the other thing too is you might be like, well, I got a homie who produces for me for free. Okay. Number one, I would challenge you on this. Number one, if your homie is producing for you for free, is it quality? Number two, are they getting it back to you on time? If they're literally producing for you at a high quality and they're getting it back to you in a timely manner, that's dope. Maybe you're lucky, but again, there's no way that you're getting the time thing from them, the money thing from them without any creative arguments. There's probably no chance that's all happening. If that's all happening, you got lucky. But if you're not checking all those boxes, then you have a problem. So it's time, it's money, it's consistency. Like I said, you need to be able to put out a new song every month. You got to be able to have the authority and the ability to pump out an album a year. You got to have that ability, right? If you're going to launch your music career and you're going to make offers to your fans, those offers are going to be around music and your albums. And if you're not able to control the process of how consistently your music comes out, you are not able to control the growth of your own music career. And then the final thing really is the creative freedom, right? I kind of alluded to this a little bit, but I know for me, I've had so many creative arguments with producers who are like, yo, I'll work with you for free type shit. But then it's like, we get into these creative arguments. And then it's like, wait a minute, I want it to be like this. And they're like, yeah, but I want it like this. And now it's like, okay, well, dude, like, you don't want to pull this card out and be a dick, but you're kind of like, dude, this is my music. But the problem is like, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, because it just becomes the situation of like, well, it is what it is. Now you have to kind of be a dick about it. So it's kind of like, it's tough. And so that's a situation that you don't want to be in, right? So all of these things are, if those things are happening to you and you're like, man, I really should learn how to produce my own instrumentals, record pro vocals at home, mix and master. I want to get this done sooner rather than later. Like, you got to get this stuff done. And trying to learn on YouTube's fine. Like, you're on YouTube now watching this video, and that's great. And that's what I did. Like, I learned on YouTube. It just took me hella long. Really, what happened with me and YouTube was it took me about a year to put out my first self-produced song. But it really took me like 4 years to feel like I was making great music that I was fully producing, mixing, and mastering, right? So, look, I hope that this video has just helped you shift your beliefs and help you realize, like, if you're on the fence about, man, like, should I fully produce? Should I not? How do I do it? Like, I hope this video has changed your mindset. And if you want resources, you can literally just go through my YouTube channel. I've got so many videos on mixing, vocal mixing, producing beats without instrumentals. And it's not limited to hip hop. A lot of people think that all I do is I teach hip hop. Oh, well, your program seems like it's more for hip hop, or your content seems like it's geared for hip hop. Yeah, because I make hip hop, but I've had clients in my program do R&B, rock, metal, country, pop. Like we've had clients in all different genres. So the principles and the tactics that we talk about doesn't really matter. So hopefully this video helped you. If it did, awesome. Really, really glad that I could bring you some value. If it didn't, my bad. Let me know what I can do to improve. But hope this video helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.